Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome again to my YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. I say again, welcome to my YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. And it's been a while since I've been on some military content or my regular content, and so back at it, guys. And so this one I'm continuing a series that I started a little bit ago about for military promotion amongst the branches of service, doing the enlisted side and the officer side. And so on this one, I'll be covering E9 and E8 promotion requirements in the United States Air Force. And this should be the last for the enlisted, and then I may move on to the officer side, or I may go to the enlisted of another branch of service. But anyway, guys, let's roll with it. All right, so for promotion to the rank of E8, which is Senior Master Sergeant, okay, it's pretty simple. You must have obtained a 7 or 9 skill level, preferably a 9, but it is not necessarily required. A 9 would be required for E9, which is Chief Master Sergeant in the Air Force, but for Senior Master Sergeant or E8, it would be a minimum of a 7 skill level. The time and grade required for E8 or Senior Master Sergeant is going to be 2 years time and grade, 24 months. And the fastest that you can make it would be 11 years in service. And in terms of your professional military education requirements, you must have attended the Senior Non-Commissioned Officers Academy. And obviously, in this particular grade, they obviously use WAPS testing, weighted airman promotion system, which you have 2 sides of the test, which is you have to know the I guess the PME side, or Air Force, history, certain rules. I mean, it's a bunch of different things on the PME side, that questions that they throw in there, and obviously leadership, questions as well. And then you have the what's known as the SKT, which is basically your skill set on your job that you do. And so that's the other side of the test, that you have to pass, in order to get promoted. Now, obviously, there are other ways that to get promoted. Part of the weighted airman promotion system involves points from having different types of medals and stuff like that. So that gives you points. Your EPRs, the enlisted enlisted performance rating system in the Air Force. And so obviously, to make the grades of E8 and E9, you're going to have firewall 5s. That means the Air Force rating system goes from 1 to 5. 5 being superior performer, ready to promote immediately. And then obviously you got 4, which is 4 is really good, but for the grades of E8 and E9, you need to have all 5s marked all the way down in all categories in order to make these grades. If you got anything in your performance report that's marked, say maybe a 4 or to the left, you pretty much are not going to be able to make it, because you're competing against others that are stellar performers. This is the cream of the crop. Only about 2% of the Air Force that compete for this grade and rank actually make it. In E9, only 1% make it. So this is the cream of the crop. And so along with that, also, you're going to have educational requirements. There's going to be education requirements in there. Certain, you're going to have to show proof of leadership ability, depending on, how many people you're leading, how many you have, up under you in your particular unit, a combination of special duties, maybe president of certain committees. All of these things help to make you look well-rounded, and you must show leadership. Because now you're starting to go for the highest levels. Obviously, Chief Master Sergeant is the highest, but Senior Master Sergeant is one step down, but only 2% make it. So, that ought to tell you that this right here is the cream of the crop, and they're only taking the exception, those that are exceptional. Lastly is the grade of E9 in the Air Force. That's known as Chief Master Sergeant. And so the skill level required in order to become Chief Master Sergeant is a 9 skill level in your career field, which is the highest level. You require time and grade requirements of 2 years, 24 months, similar to Senior Master Sergeant. And the fastest that you can make E9 in the Air Force is 14 years. So you have to have 14 years time in service. And then obviously you have to attend the Chief Master Sergeant orientation course, or for those that are in the reserves, the Air Force Reserve Command Chief Master Sergeant orientation course. And obviously with Chief, this is only 1% of the Air Force makes it to this grade or are selected. So you have to be the absolute best in order to make it at this particular grade and rank. So I mean, you have to show leadership all the way through, and you're gonna have to be, a superstar. EPRs have to be outstanding, and they're gonna go for the grades of definitely E8, E9. They go back, some years, or they're gonna collect quite a few EPRs. But definitely for Chief Master Sergeant, you got to be marked, all the way to the right. A firewall 5, meaning that you're gonna have to be superior performer in every category. Anything marked slightly as a 4 or to the left, you pretty much can forget about your dreams of becoming a Chief Master Sergeant or E9. You're gonna have to show leadership at the highest levels to make this particular grade or rank. Only the cream of the crop make it at this level. But this is just something short and quick, really not too much to say at these two particular grades. It really isn't. There's not much you really have to say, but that pretty much is it. The grades of E8 and E9, only the best. 2% for Senior Master Sergeant, E8, and 1% for Chief Master Sergeant. So rule of thumb, if you have aspirations of making grades like this, you need to be already prepping for this, probably in the grades of at least E6, no later than E7, prepping, and already have certain things in place to be able to go up, before the boards, and obviously passing your WAPS test. It's going to be the same thing. Chief Master Sergeant, you're going to have 2 sides, which is in a weighted airman propulsion system test. Skill level is one side, and then obviously the professional military education side, which includes history and a various assortment of questions, at this level that they're going to throw at you on the exam. But obviously you get your points, like any other, from your medals, ribbons, and stuff like that. It's a combination, to get your total score up so that you can get a line number for this particular grade. But when you get to these levels, the air is thin. The air is thin, but to make it at these levels, people prepare at least 2 ranks down. They start making preparation if they're going to make a run for these particular grades. 2 and 1%, that's a narrow margin. But that is all I have on this one. But this was enlisted promotion requirements for E8 and E9 in the United States Air Force, Senior Master Sergeant and Chief Master Sergeant. And the name of My YouTube channel is Eric Brothers YouTube. That's EricBroadus YouTube, or ericbrothersyoutube.com. And I have a podcast called Snack Thoughts. That's SNAKZTHOUGHTS. Snack Thoughts. You can find the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Acast, iTunes, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, and a host of other social media outlets. And also I'm teaching courses on Skillshare, on leadership, cultural diversity, how to succeed in the military, and a host of other topics. So join the class, and I will leave the link in the description. So please smash that bell to become a subscriber. Hit the like button to like the video and leave a comment. Love to dialogue with you. If you don't like it, hit the unlike button and still leave a comment. Everyone has a right, to their opinion, or has a right to be heard. But that's all I have on this one, guys. Thanks for listening. But back to regularly scheduled programming, and it will continue. Thanks to all my subscribers, and thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you, and always remember, Jesus is Lord and Savior. Peace out, guys. See you on the next one. Later.